I'd like to tell you about a show of epic proportions. I prefer me some magic when I'm trying to get in and out of houses undetected. I prefer me some magic. A show where the boundaries are pushed.
I like spam. Is there something wrong with that?
No, nothing at all. I'll meat with jelly on top of it. Go right ahead.
I'd like to tell you about that show, but that is not this show. This show is the Fortean Slip, with host Chris York.
I have a tendency to go to dark places with my humor. It is what it is. It's not going to change anytime soon.
Co-host Steve Alcorn.
It was so earth-shaking and mind-blowing that even John Teeter in the future knows about it.
And reoccurring, ever-present special guest, Matt Knapp.
Yeah, somebody should have put out like a giant bug zapper and just ended that whole Mothman debacle.
A show that lacks taste, a filter, and listeners.
Are you listening? Are you like hearing the fucking fart?
Yeah.
You're not just smelling it, you're hearing
Not just smelling. Audible as well.
That would be something else.
Whoa.
But
you
well,
have
I do.
parts that you can't tell if it was you or not.
Well, yeah, because
What you are about to hear may be offensive, but we don't really give a fuck.
Good evening, and welcome to the Fortean Slip. Tonight, we will put you to sleep using hypnosis and the soothing sound of my voice.
thought I was on NPR there for a minute.
You were.
Wow.
What fucking episode are we on?
430.
I'm back to doing that shit. I don't know what episode it is. The I don't know episode. No, it's the... What is it? What's the big fucking deal episode?
Yeah, what's the BF deal?
His name was Bob Dominguez.
In service of the Fortean Slip, Matt. A member of Project Mayhem has a name.
Uh-oh, I think Matt's vomiting.
Oh no.
I see his mute button.
Uh-oh. We lost Matt.
No, here, you want it? I'm going to let you have it. Like, it's not me vomiting.
Oh.
It's my beautiful other half waiting until we're recording to fill the dog food container up with dry dog food. No, by all means, let it rip.
I'm glad you muted though, because this is a professionally run show. And
Right.
Is it really?
yes,
Yeah.
it's
Here at the
professional.
Fortean Slip radio station,
Yeah.
where we all live together,
Yes. We're
like the Big Brother house.
we're coordinated via satellite, actually.
There's just 3 assholes instead of a group full of douchebags.
That too.
I don't know. We could be douchebags.
We are douchebags. What are you talking about?
Speaking of douchebags,
Yeah, so
Cool.
what's
the BF deal?
BF deal? Now, I had only seen the peripheral portions of this story. I didn't really go looking into it. I saw some of the posts on Facebook, etc. But about Bigfoot rape and the sex slave trade, I guess.
who would rape one of these fascinating creatures? I mean,
No. I think what Chris is referring to is Bigfoot raping us.
No,
Oh.
I'm into it the other way around, personally.
But I kind of like the idea that
in
somebody would
Oklahoma,
think
we
about
call
that.
that being stuff broke.
I like to slip him a Mickey, as it said, and have my way with the big hairy sloppy-titted thing.
Yeah, I saw the same thing through my peripherals.
Sloppy-titted.
I did catch a video that had direct quotes from him on it before he had removed the items from his page, and they were pretty amazing. The things he was saying and implying.
I don't think a lot of that was implied. I think it was pretty much he's saying this is how it is, and he's got photos of it.
He's got photos of fucking Bigfoot rape?
He has photos of it that are comparable to all of his other photos where you don't see anything in them.
He's got one photo. It's not... Well, I guess it kind of is Bigfoot on Bigfoot.
Listen,
rape,
if it's like a fucking old Easy Rider, like fucking magazine.
I think what started him getting into that was he posted a photo and it allegedly showed a male Bigfoot butt fucking basically a female Bigfoot. Of course.
Whoa, Steve.
Yeah.
This is the Fortean Slip. I'm allowed to say that. That's what he said in the description. Giving it to her from behind. That's what something
in front of the children.
No, that's not
in
necessarily.
Front of, what, 8 children there were?
That's not necessarily true.
Okay.
Well, basically what was
said.
If you're giving
that's one of those implied things.
No, it's not implied because you can give it to him from behind and not necessarily have it be anal.
Yes, you can.
Okay then.
But
you went straight to. You are just a degrading motherfucker. I think we found out something deep and dark about Steve Alcorn tonight, Matt. That if
what's deep and dark about that?
If it's from behind with Steve, Matt.
Straight to anal.
That's right.
So anyway, that's what started the whole sexual connotations to his pictures. But then the next one that he posted was allegedly a human female that Bigfoot had taken as a love slave.
Now, see, that's where everything started getting kind of foggy for me.
Is this what happened at the end of Willow Creek?
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Well, spoiler alert.
Sorry.
We're bad about that.
Whoops.
He was really kind of contradicting himself with everything he was saying. Because he was saying that Bigfoot basically take human women into the woods and rape them and keep them as sex slaves, but at the same time the women are allowed to come and go as they please and they don't remember any of it happening.
I thought they liked it.
Yeah, the way I read
he
it,
enjoyed it.
When I read
human men.
Somebody asked him why he didn't report this stuff to the police, and he said, well, because it looked like she was happy.
Because I'm happy.
So, if you don't remember it happening, then how did it happen?
And how do we know it happened?
Right. I mean, do they
because
are they like missing time from a hike and they're just all gashed out whenever they come out of the woods? I mean, what's going on here? Their clothes are like all back on and nice and just, like bullshit.
You got me.
They enjoy it, but they don't remember it.
This whole
they
phenomenon,
can come and go as they please. They enjoy it, but it's rape.
It's interesting to me.
Well, then, and I hate to go this route.
I think there should be more porn, like, dedicated to this subject.
We have a porn-related story
I think
today.
BF Dill thinks there should be more porn dedicated to the subject, too.
But anyway, then he goes
part is he takes his girlfriend out to the woods all the time.
Oh, yeah.
He's got
then he goes into...
he's got a fetish. Some people like feet.
You just wait here. I'll be right back.
So anyway, then he
the water bottle again.
Then he says that he witnessed, and I'm just going to come out and say it. I hate to do it on this show or any other show, but
you're gay.
He witnessed a Bigfoot raping a young boy.
He didn't say that.
Yeah. Oh, yes, he did.
Well, now that you've thrown boys into the mix, that just appalls me.
But then he backtracked and said that he meant it was a Sasquatch boy, not a human boy.
Oh, okay. Thank
But
goodness.
in the original post, he
And
never
Steve
made
backtracked
mention
and
of.
said he was bi.
I'm bisexual. I bisex. Oh wait, you guys told me never to do jokes.
No, God.
No. No.
What the fuck was that? Do not try to fucking just walk on from that one.
You guys told me not to do jokes on the show.
Fool.
I should have just stopped while I was ahead.
Oh my God. I felt bad when that happened.
This is no place to come out, I assure you.
I'm not coming on. I'm just admitting that.
Even if you're just like peeking out the door, it's still the wrong place for that.
So anyway, he makes that statement, and that I think that more than the Bigfoot raping human women, put a lot of people up in arms over this whole thing because of him making that statement about the young boy. And
Well, he also talked about, he showed a photograph where he said something about a white child and that it looked like, quite frankly, a dead 5-year-old child laying out there. But he didn't go check.
yeah, because
So he doesn't know what it was.
The Bigfoot wouldn't like that if he checked, and then they wouldn't show themselves to him anymore.
So it's nice that if you think you see a dead 5-year-old that you don't go check on that to make sure it's something else.
People are kooky.
And again, it comes back to why, if he thinks he's seen a dead child out in the woods, regardless if there was a Bigfoot around or not, or a tree stump that looked like a Bigfoot or whatever he's photographing, why don't you go to the authorities saying, hey, is there any missing children? I think this Bigfoot family.
Well,
you don't truly tell the police that the Bigfoot took them.
If you truly believe all this, why are you taking your girlfriend with you? Like,
Right.
why are you putting her in harm's way? Like, I mean, quite honestly, the whole Bigfoot rape thing, he didn't invent that. That's been around for a while.
I just
There's
think
lots of
taking them
stories
apart.
about Bigfoot doing
Oh, please tell us a story.
deplorable things.
All I remember is Bob Dominguez's glowing penis Bigfoot story. The Bigfoot with the glowing penis. I was all in with that story.
Well, obviously there are stories about it because at the end of Willow Creek, it was a human female and not a Bigfoot female.
Hey,
so
whoa,
it's
whoa,
obviously
whoa,
something
whoa. Spoiler alert there, fucking Steve.
Yeah.
Jesus. That fucking under wraps movie.
that really hugely popular movie.
There was a story here in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma? Really?
Yeah,
The Red Man State?
shit happens. And supposedly this couple were out there making whoopee.
Whoopee?
Yeah.
Making whoopee.
That's like a 70s word, man.
What?
The newlywed game.
Yeah,
That's what
I
that
think it's
reminded
funny. They're making whoopee.
Days was fucking.
me. Whoopee. Go ahead.
He was shoving his engorged penis when they noticed these things coming out of the woods and a group of Bigfoot or whatever. And
And the Bigfoot gathered around and started clapping.
and the Bigfoot, like, the guy got up. They were having sex on the hood of the car. And the guy got up and put himself in between the Bigfoot and his woman. And they supposedly broke his neck and kind of tossed him aside and raped the woman. And she did not survive the attack. And witnesses later on saw the scene, called the authorities. The authorities went out. Supposedly, like, her legs were pretty ripped apart, pulled out of the sockets.
Askew.
Yeah, she was in bad
guessing.
shape, and there were certain details. Now, if you want to take the story even further, supposedly there was a rape kit done, and the results had some interesting findings about some unknown primate DNA or something like that. Unfortunately, none of this can be confirmed.
Of course it can't be confirmed.
It's just a story. Now, the story came from a sheriff's deputy at the time that worked the case, but like, you know, who knows? But there's other stories similar to that. Another one, this lady fell asleep in the front of her truck, and she woke up, and there was a large male Bigfoot looking in the window at her, eating, masturbating.
And she took a picture, and that's
no picture.
Head that's on display somewhere.
And he was like masturbating, and she, you know, oh my god, and she like scoots up against the other window, and she sees another female Bigfoot through the windshield, and the female Bigfoot was pregnant at the time.
Oh, I see.
And looking back at the mill with kind of a grimaced look on her face and huffed at him or something, and I guess he put his wanker away, and they took off on down the riverbed.
Put his wanker away. Did you just seriously say he put his wanker away?
Yeah, you know, a dick. A wanker.
He put his wanker away.
Yeah. Is that what they say in the UK?
A wanker.
A wanker and not a dick?
I don't know. I'm not from the UK.
I consider a
I'm
wanker
from the
a
good
dick.
old United States of America, Matt.
That's good.
Here.
Here.
Yes. All this Bigfoot rape, sex slave trade. Like, do they like gather these women into like trailers and, you know, give them a pot to piss and shit in, and, you know, how's this shit work?
I don't know.
Do they have to work this shit off? Do they get them hooked on heroin?
Do they sell them to Bigfoot in Mexico?
That's right.
Drug mule. They make them into drug mules.
I don't understand any of it. I think it's...
There's also a lot of stories about Bigfoot raping horses and cattle.
Huh.
Well, you just know a lot about Bigfoot rape, Matt.
So we can take it to Bigfoot bestiality.
Are they, you know, are
is
those
rather
stories
disturbing.
also out of Oklahoma?
Those stories are actually out of...
Should I have
lots
called
of
Bob?
places. I don't think he's ever been raped by a Bigfoot.
Oh.
But he has been to Brown Springs, and he has heard other
He has been to the
similar
Brown
stories.
Eye.
He has. The home of the Brown Eye.
Oh, jeez. we just did a show on Bigfoot rape.
We did?
Yeah, and here's the thing. This was one of those shows we actually planned almost kind of beforehand.
Yeah, we did kind of plan it. Maybe.
It
Sort of.
started out as, you know, me supposed to be doing a news story on this, and then we did a whole fucking show.
Yeah. So let me break down the fourth wall for everybody. Yeah, Steve was supposed to do a news story for it. Yeah, he didn't.
You know, things happened.
Things happen.
I didn't see any Bigfoot raping anybody, but
Oh. So
I don't know. I guess if you are out in the woods and saw a Bigfoot and he had a human female with him, what would you do? Would you call the authorities? Even if she looked happy?
See, that's the thing. I mean, like, you could technically say the same thing was going on with the Albert Osman story.
Right.
You know, that's what he said. You know, he felt the whole deal was he was supposed to breed with one of the females, and like Native Americans have numerous stories of this happening. And like, so the idea of like Bigfoot kidnapping a female or a human and, you know, raping them or whatever you want to call it, it's not unheard of. It
No.
exists in the stories. Of course, it's just stories. But it's whenever he took it to the level of involving, you know, children, and they're happy about it, and they're satisfied from the size of the Bigfoot's cock, and that's just going entirely too far with it, in my opinion.
No, I want to go further. Tell me more.
By all means.
Tell me more, Matt.
Well, I guess I don't know. Nobody really. I guess there's people that actually buy Mr. BF Deal's stories. He posts like 100 pictures a day. I have him as a friend on Facebook, but I don't think that'll last long. And he copyrights his photos as if somebody wants to steal them.
Yeah, I think he copyrights them to prevent other people from tearing them apart any more than they already do.
Well, but
And whenever you've got pictures of a stump squatch to the point where it doesn't even resemble a Bigfoot, it looks like a dead tree stump, and you can see the wood grain and like
in the moss.
fibers of the wood and the moss growing off of it, and like a mushroom. Like,
well, he has an explanation for that, Matt. That's
of course
Bigfoot,
he does.
That's how Bigfoot's cloak. They make themselves. It's kind of a camouflage. And this is from him. Their camouflage is looking like a tree stump.
That's amazing.
I never knew they could do that.
That's absolutely amazing. I am. No, I'm not that amazed. I had just heard about it. People were having this big fucking fit about it, I guess. And I've heard crazier shit come down the pike. I mean, a biological creature fucking another biological creature. That's a plausible thing. Yeah, I can see it possibly happening. Whereas I've heard some other things that don't necessarily hold any weight whatsoever.
Well, I guess it's a good possibility that it could happen. Like Matt said, there's stories that go back to, the Native Americans and shit. But what I don't believe is that Mr. Deal, caught that on film. Or anything for that matter. So I guess that's more my side of it.
I would also like to say that he went a little bit broad with the saying that the women enjoyed it, which I did say, but now that I've been thinking about, there's actually some women in the Bigfoot community that I think would enjoy it.
There probably are. Care to name names there?
No, I'm good on the naming of the names.
Okay, I didn't think so. It's worth a shot, though, because that would have been a great
Let's
show.
just say they stay very happy around camp.
Oh, come on.
What?
Oh, shit. You can't do that to me, Matt. It's like fucking dangling like meat in front of the fucking sharks.
The writing is
blood kind of like just drips into the water, and it's like ding, ding. All right, fuck. That's enough.
Whatever.
Of that fucking shit. Yeah, Bigfoot sex slave trade. I don't know what they do. It's kind of like, the Chinese people coming over here or whatever.
They bang.
Yeah. I don't know.
She bang.
They sell them off. I don't get it. Steve, you got some news?
Yep. Oh, I guess we'll go with this one first from, I can't remember the website.com. Mamarnek. M-A-M-A-R-O-Neck. Dailyvoice.com. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
A paranormal team turns skeptics into believers in New Rochelle, New York. A group of real-life Ghostbusters was in New Rochelle on Saturday night using a series of instruments and techniques to listen to voices that possibly haven't been heard in hundreds of years. Paranormal 718, a Queens-based group that performs free paranormal investigations along the East Coast, was at the Thomas Paine Cottage, looking to communicate with whatever spirits may or may not be inhabiting the historic location. The results were shocking, eerie, and conclusive enough to turn even the biggest skeptic into a believer. The owner, John Wright, has heard things in the house but never seen anything out of the ordinary. Founder Vincent Sinatra, a 10-year veteran investigator, said, "People want to believe what they want to believe. I can't put voices on a recorder." Sinatra, who was Sinatra.
Wait. I can't put voices on a recorder.
That's what he said.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the record, right now, we are putting voices on a recorder.
That's why it's called a recorder. It records
Carry
voices.
on, Steve.
Sinatra, who was joined by his partner Philip Orlando and
Frank?
their wives Denise and Suzanne.
Vocalize?
Different Sinatra.
Oh.
Wired up the cottage with recorders, infrared and night vision cameras, and using their investigation tools, were able to distinctly pick up a voice that identified itself as Jack. While exploring the house using a spirit box, which makes it easier to communicate with the disembodied, the team was able to make great progress in the attic, where the spirit said "Vin" for
Diesel?
Sinatra. He said it. Yeah, could be. When asked to identify someone in the room, later the voice would say "war" and was emphatic about not being a redcoat. He was emphatic about not being a redcoat who wore a green uniform. When asked if we should leave the attic, the voice promptly responded in a minute, twice. John Wright, the executive director for the cottage, speculated the voices may have potentially belonged to members of the DeVoe family, who were French loyalists that called New Rochelle home in the 1700s, predating Thomas Paine himself. The voice on the recorder audibly answered in the affirmative when asked if he was hiding from the redcoats. When Sinatra informed the ghost that it was just the man taking care of the grounds, to which the voice said "John," sending chills down every spine in the attic. He also shared an incredulous "what" when informed that he was among the dead. It's friendly, whatever it is, that's inhabiting the attic. I have no doubt that it is very pleasant, very peaceful spirit, even if it didn't know it was dead, Sinatra mused. Paranormal 718 is compiling all of the data and recordings from the investigation, and a full report is expected out this week. Wow. And in our next story from YorkDispatch.com, Bigfoot thieves got more than they bargained for, says owner. A gang of local Sasquatch hunters may have gotten more than they bargained for when they tried to take a lifelike Bigfoot statue from a front yard in Hopewell Township last weekend. At least that's what David Martinez says. Martinez, 52, has been a Bigfoot enthusiast since watching The Legend of Boggy Creek, which you can view on my channel, Slick Toys, on YouTube, when he was 13.
What?
Slick Toys. YouTube.com/SlickToys. SlickToys.
Slimy motherfucker.
You mentioned The Legend of Boggy Creek. It's on my YouTube
It's
channel.
on this
Why wouldn't
channel
people
too,
want to
you
watch it?
slimy bastard.
Oh, yes, we did a version of that movie as well
Yes.
on Fortean Slip. He and his wife, Robin, watched Finding Bigfoot on Animal Planet on Sunday nights.
Robin.
While on vacation last summer, he decided to buy a 4-foot Bigfoot statue to join the small collection of sculptures in his lawn. He said, "We think it's neat. We always watch it on TV. That's about it. I mean, I'm not going to go camp out in the woods and wait for one of these things to come after me." Sunday morning, he found the statue lying on the ground with its arm nearly broken off. Martinez called state police to investigate a crime he does not consider vandalism, but failed theft. Oh, wait. He assumes whoever tried to abscond with it did not realize the cement plaster statue weighs about 300 pounds. He says the statue has withstood multiple storms with 60-mile-per-hour winds and would not have fallen on its own.
And it's got a great ass.
He has discounted vandalism because all of his neighbors say they love the statue. The attempted statue napping happened a day after he installed a new home security system. Mary Little, who had lived in the house across the street for 43 years, said at least half of the visitors at her recent yard sale complimented the statue. She added that Bigfoot is now a common conversation topic around their dinner table. And in our final story, if it ever comes up on my slow-ass computer. Stan Romanek. This is from the denverchannel.com. Stan Romanek, this is an update to a story that we did in February.
Maybe.
From Denver. A Loveland man who claims he was abducted by aliens. Yes, we might have.
We may have done the story.
I think we might have done the story. I'm pretty sure we did, but I can't remember.
Who gives a shit?
Anyways, a Loveland man who claims he was abducted by aliens is due in court on Wednesday on child pornography. It's hard for me, like Fonzie when he asks, can't say that one word. What's that one word he can't say? I can't remember. Well, that's me in pornography. A Loveland man who claims he was abducted by aliens. I'm getting there.
What's it?
Is due in court Wednesday on child pornography charges. Stan Romanek was arrested February 13th on suspicion of possessing and distributing child pornography. Romanek is known for his claims.
He's a little off on that one, man.
Yeah. Romanek is known for his claims of personal contact with aliens and a grainy black and white and a grainy black and white video that he claims shows an alien looking in through his window. He has spoken on the subject on television and radio talk shows.
Yeah,
and
I carry
UFO
around a bag of
conferences
candy
around
with
the
me.
country.
You never know when you're going to run into aliens.
Don't probe me, will ya?
Investigators said Romanek, 51, had more than 20 images of child pornography on his computer. And that, fellas, is the Fortean Slip news.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
Was it
that's
really?
all I got. I don't know if it was news or not.
I don't think
It was.
I don't think
Pornography.
I don't think we inform anybody of anything.
No, I don't think we did.
This was, by the way, episode 43 of the Fortean Slip.
That's what I thought it was.
What's the BF deal?
Well, that's what it is, the BFT.
Tonight, I touched myself the entire episode. I was pinching the head of my cock.
Okay. I just don't have any comments for that.
Just, that's what was subduing me, Steve.
That would explain the NPR style opening of the show.
That's right. Gotta give yourself that.
I like NPR.
You fucking.
Pretty good to listen.
No.